Akame got killed, chapter 57, dude. When Tatsumi says to mine, when this is all over, marry me. Dude, the feels like I love you. And granted she can't hear him, but the feels, dude, as a Tatsumi X Mine fan, dude, I love this. It just made me, it hit home, man, just to see Tatsumi's progression, to see the development, and granted mine being alive as well, it really makes me happy that she's not just flat out dead, even though the vegetative state that she's in is arguably a fate worse than death, but at least I can hold on to the glimmer of hope that she might wake up by the end of things, and that would be fucking awesome. But even if it does, I see tragedy in the future for these two, with the amount of insurmountable death flags placed on Tatsumi's head. You know, there's gonna be a lot of tragedy going forward to the conclusion of Akame got killed across the board, from both in Night Raid, the Jaegers, you know, how things start to play out. But nobody can tell me right now, nobody can tell me that this did not just shit all over the anime with this crucial point of progression and setup. Like, the mangaka are going in like I wanted. I knew it would be this way, and you know, you're welcome to your opinion, fine. But personally, I think that things are gonna be so much better, even if the ultimate end conclusion is the same. For example, like something like Tatsumi were to die, you know, Esdeath were to die. It's gonna be, everything up to that point is gonna be so much better. You know, with the setup we get this chapter, with the threats looming, with the character development, the road to the end of Akame got killed, this last arc is gonna be amazing, dude. And my hopes have been revived for this series in that, you know, the manga ending, I mean the anime ending, while it was just not, I did not like it, dude. I did not like it, and my hopes have been revived. You know, a lot of people have been saying, you know, this is gonna go, that seems like they're going down the same path and everything. Nah, these changes, man, these changes are real. I knew they wouldn't let their work be dictated by White Fox's shitty anime-only ending. But anyway, I digress. That was my little rant about the progression. Let's dive into the chapter. So Tatsumi is dying. Tatsumi is basically dying because Incursio is merging with him. It's beginning to merge. We saw at the end of chapter 56, you saw it starting to take over his right eye and everything like that. The doctor basically tells him you have 3 to 4 more equips of transformations before, you know, it completely consumes you, and that spells death for you, Tatsumi. And the death, like, that's what I'm saying, that the death flag seems insurmountable. I don't know, because Tatsumi's gonna have to go in a handful of times at the very least before everything comes to a head. So I don't know how he's gonna fight this, but, you know, I like how they clarify the discrepancy between why this is happening with Tatsumi and what was happening with Barat, and why Incursio is continuing to evolve with Tatsumi, whereas it never happened with Barat, because Barat used it as you know, Agenda says, in a kind of a just way, only when it was necessary. Plus, he had years more experience, and his physicality and body were built up much more than Tatsumi's. The doctor says if you had 10 more years of training, Tatsumi, you might be able to handle this, but as you're drawing on it now, and you keep digging into the power of Incursio to draw out more power because you need it readily, as you are now, it's going to consume you within 3 more transformations, you're done. And it's fucked up, dude. It really is fucked up. But Tatsumi's resolve right now is fucking commendable, dude. He doesn't give a fuck. That's what I love about Tatsumi's character. He's come so far. The development is so real. He's just like, I know what I have to do. And even Agenda can't talk him out of it, because she knows she needs Incursio and Tatsumi's power as well. And if they were to back down now, Tatsumi were to bow out now, all the sacrifices of their Nakama would be for naught, dude. It would be for naught. So love the setup with that there. It's definitely like seriously overbearing, a shadow bearing over Tatsumi right now. And we'll see how things progress on that front. But I seriously don't see Tatsumi making it. If Tatsumi doesn't die by other means, you know, killed in a final confrontation with Esdeath or some other sort of battle, I don't see him being protected. Nobody's safe in Akame got killed, as we know, and I don't see him coming out of this 3 unless there's some sort of miracle healing Teigu or something that we don't know about. But I digress. I digress. We see what's going on with the rest of the Night Raid members that are left at this point. Seeing the Agenda just, you know, weep for Lubba really quickly, just, you know, cherishing his goggles and be like, I'll always have this on me. I was like, damn, dude, Lubba, my boy, he's gone. And you see Akame and you know, worried about Tatsumi. He's like, he hasn't smiled since we've rescued him. I don't think he'll ever smile again. And so much weight to what she's saying, so much truth, and speaking to the progression of this entire series, and seeing Leone comfort her and everything like that. Very touching moment, seeing everything that's going on with Night Raid at this point, and going forward, still see nothing but trash. But moving on from that, we see the Jaegers in this chapter, and I love the development that this chapter gives to the Jaegers, because first of all, we see Esdeath resolve. My girl Esdeath is resolved. Like, you know, Wave is asking her, do you still love Tatsumi? She's like, of course, but if my feelings won't reach him, I have to take him out. I'm resolved to do it. Next time we'll fight to the death. And, you know, that will actualize Esdeath's love for her as well. And, you know, kind of mimicking, you know, the same kind of relationship at this point that, you know, Kurome and Akame have, in terms of, you know, Kurome can empathize with Esdeath, as Wave says, because that's their resolution. They cannot communicate their feelings to them anymore. It's not going to work. They have to do battle. They're on opposing sides. It's going in. And, yeah, I love that resolve on both sides. Esdeath's side, Tatsumi's side, even though Tatsumi is just, the stealing of his resolve is crazy. But Esdeath, dude, oh my god. Esdeath will not lie down easy. It's going to, with the amount of shit lurking, with this Cosmina shit, the Alchemist that's crafting Cosmina and everything up into this super Teigu weapon type shit, dude. It's gonna be crazy, dude. Then you have Wave's development. Just a small thing, but I just like the fact you see him reading all the books and whatnot, trying to carry on Ron's legacy, being like, I want to change the capital from the inside. I want to take up his will. And I'm like, damn, Wave. Good shit. Good shit. I have to applaud him. So I like seeing a little development. Kurome getting a little development as well. And seeing everything that's going on with the Jaegers at this point. And like, it's just one of those series, dude. Like, honestly, I mention it all the time whenever I talk about Akame got killed. But, you know, on both sides, you know, Night Raid, the Jaegers, I have characters. I've loved so many of those characters. It's always sad whenever we lose one on either side, because, you know, it's just how things are set up. It makes you love them. I love Akame got killed, dude. Anyway, the last thing we see in this chapter, fucking Prime Minister stuffing his face like a fiendish pig. I hate him. He's disgusting. He's a fucking fiend. He needs to take it out. Somebody needs to take him out. But, you know, we see that the Alchemist that was part of Wild Hunt and everything, we also see the swordsman from Wild Hunt. I forget the Wild Hunt members' names. It's been a long time, okay? It's been a while since I've read the Wild Hunt arc. But, you know, we see this Alchemist that has been, you know, colluding with the Prime Minister, and she basically has Cosmina looking like this crazy, large, parasitic-looking creature in this test tube, and she's like, as she keeps feeding on people, and she's heading out to the battlefield right now to get more prisoners to feed to her and whatnot, she'll eventually become stronger than, you know, a Super Teigu. I'm just like, oh my god, seriously, you're gonna become stronger than a Supreme Imperial Arm, dude. Oh my fucking god, this is gonna be a serious threat going forward. You have Esdeath, it's gonna be a serious threat, and I still want to see this swordsman now that this Wild Hunt, we're back in the anime realm, and I remember about this dude. I want to see him go back in against Akame. I want to see the swordsman go in against Akame now that we're back in the realm of the manga and actually remember the fact that Wild Hunt exists. Anyway, good chapter. Really, really good chapter of Akame ga Kill, setting things up for the progression and, you know, leading us into this final arc, you know, the death flags on Tatsumi and building everything up there with Incursio taking him over and the Jaegers and their resolution. It's gonna go in, it's gonna be so well done. So I'm looking forward to how everything goes. All I know is the progression is looking much better than the anime right now, in my opinion. It really is. So let me know your thoughts on this chapter of Akame ga Kill, and I'm out. Peace.